Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day, my oh my, it is Thursday, the 18th day of January, 2024. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host. Thanks for starting your day with us. 16 degrees here in the big city. Had the snow yesterday, a couple of inches at my place. I live pretty close here to the valley floor. Some people got a little bit more. We're in for one more band of snow later on today into tonight, 2, 3, possibly 4 inches. It all depends on how it all mix up. And then we're going to start warming up. In fact, we're going to be kissing 40 by the time we get to Sunday and Monday. So there's going to be some snow melt. We're going to have some warmer temperatures. It's all coming up, but we still have to get through this, and we are in for more snow. We have a winter storm advisory. It starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's about when the snow is going to come, and it goes until tomorrow afternoon. So we're still in for one more band of snow as this Arctic air mass is already beginning to shift out of the area, and it's going to allow in some warm, moist air to pay us a visit. So all those details are coming up, plus news, a lot of news today. Sports, yeah, we'll do that too. High school results, the high school schedule, and a little visit with John Schneider, the general manager of the Seattle Seahawks. It's Thursday. Pause for Pets. Sweets the dog needs a permanent home. You'll get to meet Sweets down at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And Gretchen Littler dropped by yesterday, brought her friend with her, Travis Whitman. Gretchen and Travis are part of the committee organizing this year's Relay for Life fundraiser. Help alleviate cancer, the big bad C. They both have a story about cancer, both Travis and Gretchen. We'll talk about that and how you can get involved by visiting the Pybus Public Market this Sunday. Gretchen and Travis will join me in the back half of the program. And an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and here we go. A tour around the valley in north central Washington with the Heights camera. Didn't use that yesterday because, well, the jump-off ridge camera was so darn pretty. And we're all covered in snow, and there's no getting around that. We did have the snow as predicted yesterday. It kind of held off a little bit for a while there. It was really coming down, but people minded their P's and Q's. Very few accidents, even though we had snow on top of the ice on many of the local roadways. And again, there's more snow coming our way. Yesterday's high was 18, our low was 11, still below normal, but again, the gradual warming trend begins really in earnest over the weekend. I'll let Ernest know. 8 hours and 59 minutes of daylight. Again, another 2 additional minutes of daylight today on this 18th day of January. Let's head on up to Lake Wenatchee, check out Nanapoc Ridge, and well, there you go. Not a lot to see there, of course. It's down there. The lake's down there, and traffic's down there, and trees and bodies of water, and snow, I'm sure, in that area. Let's look at beautiful downtown Waterville. Da-da-da-da, and there you go. Beautiful downtown Waterville. You can see the Waterville International Airport, the Waterville Hilton, the Waterville Convention Center, the Waterville Dome jumps out right at you there. Beautiful downtown Waterville. There's nothing really to see. The Omi Garden camera. Now you'll be able to see something here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. That's Hay Canyon. I thought we were going to do Omi. Oh, well, why not? Hay Canyon. Hello, Kashmir. Good to see you. Wenatchee's on the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Can't quite make you out. Traffic seems to be flowing rather smoothly on Highway 2 between Kashmir and little old Wenatchee Town, USA. And there's Omi Garden. Okay. Well, we're giving you 5 cameras today. It's a bonus amount of cameras today from our Omi Garden camera looking back towards the Wenatchee Valley on a chilly but rather pleasant Thursday morning. I mentioned there's more snow coming, and well, there's more snow coming. National Weather Service sent us this slide, and now we're going to show it to you. Snow 2:30, heaviest snow about 5, just in time for the afternoon commute. That's what we're looking at today. So it's going to be very late. Do we have that slide, Uriah, ready to go? It's going to be very late in the day when the snow comes, but it is coming. There you go. This is our next round of snow. About 3 to 4 inches here in the Wenatchee Valley. Again, passes are going to get just hammered again. All the passes are open right now, Blewett, Snoqualmie, Stevens, but they're not particularly pleasant to drive in, and they won't be for the balance of the day today and certainly overnight tonight. So anywhere from 3 to 4 inches. We could get as little as 2 inches, but we could actually get as many as even 5 or 6 inches, so we're playing it down the middle, 3 to 4 inches of snow in the Wenatchee Valley. Most of it overnight tonight. So an inch, maybe 2 before the sun goes down, then 2 to 3 inches possible tonight and a little bit on Friday morning. And we cannot rule out freezing rain. We just can't. As you can see there, it kind of just misses the Wenatchee Valley if it all pans out. Freezing rain is a really hard thing to predict. A lot of it depends on when exactly the warm front collides with the cold Arctic air that is entrenched here, but it's already beginning to exit. So you get warm air up above the cold air trapped on the valley floor. It starts raining as it passes through the cold air on its way down to the surface. It freezes, so we cannot rule out freezing rain. From the National Weather Service, here we go. Again, we still have that winter weather advisory. It starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The snow won't be coming down in earnest until 5 or 6, and then it'll snow, I don't know, a couple of inches anyway today with a high of 23. More snow tonight, 2 to 3 inches possible. Overnight low about 21. A lot of it depends simply on where you live and your elevation. Little bit of morning snow on Friday, then it tapers off, and here we go, warming up to 27. I like that. Look at the temperature variation between Friday and Saturday. Oh, very little, 27 to 26 overnight low. Should be dry on Saturday. Can't rule out some freezing rain, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I'm backing off on that a little bit. Lots of clouds, fairly dry, high of 33, finally above freezing, and then the snowmelt begins in earnest. We're talking about rain, not snow. Maybe a rain-snow mix in some locations in the overnight hours, but during the daytime hours, it's going to be too warm for snow. 37 to 39 to 40 to 41. So the snowmelt and the warmer temperatures, if you're looking forward to both of those things, are coming, especially on Sunday and Monday. All right, that is the weather. After a break, we'll have the news. You're watching a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Come see how very different you will feel in your Bullfrog Spa.
Check out clubprocashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
"16 degrees here in the Wenatchee Valley. Get ready for some late afternoon snow, a couple of inches, at least I think 3 up to 5 or 6 inches by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, and then a significant warm-up with more rain than snow and temperatures in the lower 40s by the time we get to Sunday. 9 minutes after the hour, a 92-year-old man died early Wednesday morning in a house fire. This occurred about 6 miles north of Moses Lake. First responders were called around 11:45 p.m. on Tuesday night to the 8700 block of Nepple Road Northeast, and that's where a double-wide manufactured home was fully engulfed in flames. The fire spread quickly through the rest of the home. After firefighters brought the fire under control, they recovered the body of Nathan Lee Jones. Other people were inside the home. They escaped unharmed. The Grand County Sheriff's Office says the fire may have started in a clothes dryer. The Grant County Fire Marshal is investigating. The American Red Cross is providing shelter for the home's other occupants. 9 people have applied for the vacant seat for Wenatchee City Council District 2 that was occupied by the new mayor of the city of Wenatchee, Mike Poyer. There's a lot of applicants, 9 of them. Among them, Weinstein Beverage Controller Armando Bendito, Chelsea Ewer from the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce. Architect Nick Mouchon has applied. Former City Council member Doug Miller. His hat is in the ring. Jessica Johnson, the former director of SAGE, has applied. Project manager Mark Peasley, retired fire captain Michael Hughes, civil engineer Steve Kolk, and Our Valley Our Futures, Steve Maher. The application period for the District 2 seat closed on Friday. Interviews for the position scheduled for Thursday, February 1st, and they are open to the public. A former Chelan County commissioner has a new state appointment. Bob Boogert, who served on the commission for 4 years before stepping aside, was named this month to the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Funding Board. 5 citizen members serve on that board by the governor's appointment, alongside 3 officers from state land agencies. The idea, direct funding for Washington's parks and conservation projects. Boogert was formerly director of the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, and he served on the Chelan County Board of Commissioners from 2019 to 2023. He's one of 2 Wenatchee residents who serve on the state recreation panel. Shiloh Burgess was appointed 3 years ago. A Kitsap County judge has dismissed a lawsuit that would have kept Donald Trump off the presidential primary ballot in our state, but the effort persists in a different court. 8 plaintiffs had sued to keep the former president from appearing on ballots, saying his alleged role in the January 6th insurrection bars him from office under the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Kitsap County Judge Jeffrey Bassett said yesterday, because the plaintiffs also filed their case in Thurston County Court, that challenge should be heard there. That case is scheduled for a hearing in Olympia today. Trump is also already barred from running for office in 2 other states, but the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to weigh in on that. The American Red Cross is partnering with Wenatchee Valley Fire Department to host a series of courses on community emergency preparedness starting this evening at the Wenatchee Valley Fire Station. It's going to be the 3rd Thursday of each month from 6 to 7:30. Interested individuals can register on the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department's website. The first meeting topic is tonight, and it will be about in-home survival and creating custom emergency preparedness kits. And finally, Wenatchee Valley College instructor Derek Sheffield is a poet. He's also an author. He's written a number of poetry collections that you can buy. He's one of the co-editors on a new collection of art, poetry, and essays by dozens of contributors. It's called the Cascadia Field Guide. It was published just last year, and this month it became one of 6 books, and only 6 books, recognized as 2023 Best Books by the Pacific Northwest Booksellers Association. Our own Jefferson Robbins asked Sheffield whether he was surprised by getting the award.
I thought we would have a good shot at it because as we finished making the book, we realized we'd made something special, something that that doesn't really exist anywhere else. And because of that, and also because of the focus on our bioregion of Cascadia, and the awards is focused on the same region, I thought we might have a good shot. But at the same time, it was still a surprise because, you know, they had about 300 nominations. This is from 6 states, including British Columbia. And so, you know, that said, the odds, you know, I mean, even if something seems like it should happen, you and I both know it doesn't always happen. So, but yeah, we were just over the moon at the news. Yeah.
You mentioned bioregions, and that is something I wanted to talk about. That's how this book is formatted. You're not looking at, you can explore Chelan County and find this. You're looking at bioregions like from the Tidewater Glacier up north in Alaska to the Shrub Steppe, which is our area, to the Montanes and the Willamette Valley, the outer coast. How did you decide on the construction of this particular book?
We wanted to think about place in terms of the features of the land and the water, not in geopolitical terms, but Cascadia, as we talk about in the book, is is really a region defined by a series of interconnected watersheds that exist from Northern California up through Alaska, southwest Alaska. So that's where the bioregional focus came on and came from, and we thought that really fit the nature of this book. And as Liz and then we brought C. Marie on as another editor, as we all started talking about it, we liked how that helped support our approach of acknowledging the animacy of this place.
When you're confronted by two really great pieces, but you only have room for one, how hard is that decision to make? I mean, how many hard decisions did you have to make to get to this book?
Lots of hard decisions, and that's when you're grateful that you've got 3 editors. You've got an odd number, and so there were times when it was 2 to 1. We tried as much as possible to come to a consensus, you know, but yeah, I mean. And one of the things, we wanted a diversity of poetry in here too, and we wanted poems that were more accessible than less accessible. We've all, you know, run into poems that are, you know, like a brick wall and don't seem to have any entrance, but that's not what we were really after. We wanted inviting poems, because really the audience, our ideal audience for this book is not, we're not looking for other poetry professors or biologists necessarily. I mean, those people are welcome, but really we had more general readership in mind. So many of us here appreciate being part of this landscape, and we wanted to give those people the right company to bring along.
And now you know what the heck is going on around here on this Thursday morning. If you're interested in what the heck goes on around here on a daily basis, we got the news. The news on television at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the NCAA Life Evening News, 5, 6, and 10 on TV. It'll be up and running right around 5 o'clock on our homepage, ncwlife.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and on our app. Download the app if you haven't done so already. There is your QR code. Pretty simple, and if there's something out there that warrants our attention, you think it's newsworthy, you send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Sports, the obscure holiday. Today in history, some celebrity birthdays. Pause for pets and opinion from Mike Mad Dog Minotti, and get involved with this year's Relay for Life team. They'd love to see you at the Pybus this Sunday. All coming up between now and the top of the hour. You're watching the Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCAA Life channel.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
right, sports at 20 minutes after the hour. The Seattle Kraken have their last game of their 6-game road trip. They're in Edmonton to take on the Oilers. The Oilers, winners of 11 consecutive games. They are the hottest team in the league. In fact, those 11 wins in a row for the Oilers is a franchise record. Kraken in Edmonton, 6 o'clock tonight on Root Sports. Your women's college basketball schedule: Eastern will be hosting Weber State at 11 a.m. this morning. That's not a misprint. 11 a.m. basketball in Cheney. That'll be on ESPN+. Gonzaga is at Loyola Marymount. The Lady Zags are. That's 7 o'clock tonight on ESPN+. The men's college basketball schedule looks something like this. Huskies in Berkeley taking on Cal, 6 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. Eastern will be in Utah to take on Weber State, 6 o'clock on ESPN+. On Root Plus, you got Gonzaga in Maui. Boy, that sounds like a nice place to be about now. The men are taking on Pepperdine, 7 o'clock on Root Plus, and Washington State is at Stanford at 8 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. High school scores from last night from our friends at Les Schwab. Pretty light schedule. As you can see, the Waterville-Mansfield girls, no problems with Moses Lake Christian. Soap Lake knocked off Ephrata, and Republic defeated Orville in girls basketball. Boys basketball scores: Waterville-Mansfield over Cascade Christian Academy. Moses Lake Christian nipped Soap Lake, and Thorpe beat Ephrata in that long and bitter boys basketball rivalry. Now, as far as the schedule is today, here it is. Now, keep in mind, weather may play a factor in some of these, depending on where the snow is. But for the time being, your prep basketball schedule for girls has Cascade Christian Academy at Aniad at 5 o'clock, followed by Sela. It'll be at Ephrata at 5:30. 5:45, you got Chelan at Quincy and Caribou Trail League action, and Omak will be at Cashmere. And in girls basketball, it's Cascade at Manson. That's a non-leaguer at 6, and Soap Lake at Pateris in girls basketball also at 6. Boys, pretty much the same schedule, just an hour and a half later. Cascade Christian Academy at Aniad, Sela at Ephrata at 7:15. You got Chelan at Quincy and Omak at Cashmere. 7:30 tip-off for Cascade at Manson and Soap Lake at Pateris. Now, both the Wenatchee and Eastmont girls bowling team are going to be heading south. Now, we have a winter weather advisory in Yakima, and in Sunnyside, they have a winter storm warning. They're expecting much more snow down there. We shall see. Getting down to Yakima isn't going to be an issue, or Sunnyside is coming back after the bowling. We shall see. But right now, in girls bowling, Wenatchee is scheduled to go to Yakima to take on Davis, and Eastmont at Sunnyside to get going to 3. Same deal with wrestling. Both Wenatchee and Eastmont are on the road. They're heading south. They don't get going until 7 o'clock. We'll have to wait and see whether Mother Nature throws a monkey wrench into that schedule. A week after learning Pete Carroll would no longer be the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle general manager John Schneider addressed the media. He says back-to-back 9 and 8 seasons and not making the playoffs this year meant it was time to make some tough decisions.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at this, we are all here today because we underachieved in 2023. We all did. And now we're in a situation where, you know, we all need to get better. And we understand that the 12s, the fans, the community, Jody, everybody in this building deserves better. We had high expectations for 2023. You know, we overachieved in 2022, and quite frankly, we underachieved in 2023. And I think everybody recognizes that. But again, it's a time for all of us to look in the mirror in this organization, myself included, obviously, and improve, learn, and move forward.
Schneider said he was proud of the atmosphere that he and Pete Carroll did together in their 14 years as teammates, I guess, is the best way to put it in Seattle. But he says he's looking for a new coach that'll both fit into the Seahawks system and lead them in a new direction.
I think the learning, evolving, looking forward, where's the game going? You know, 14 years is a long time for one coach to be in a spot, right? And it's been incredible. God rest his soul, Marty Schottenheimer would always tell me, you know, one coach can't stay in one spot for more than 10 years. He retired when I was with him in Kansas City for a year. And it's just that opportunity to learn from all these people that are doing incredible things, you know, in college football and around the National Football League. And you cannot, if you're stagnant in this league, you're behind. So I think that's probably the most intriguing thing, is to learn and be open-minded.
A lot of players, including Bobby Wagner, are entering free agency. John Schneider says, first things first, I got to hire a coach, then I'll talk to the players.
You know, I actually haven't spoken to many of the players yet. That's something that, you know, once we get organized here and you know, it's a very competitive situation right now. So, you know, once we get past that, I'll be able to, you know, speak to the players and you know, let them know what's going on. But, you know, right now, our primary focus is on competing with these other teams and trying to hire the best coach we possibly can to advance this deal forward.
A lot of folks are rumored to be on the short list for the next head coach of the Seahawks. Among those being rumored, Dallas defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, Miami offensive coordinator Frank Smith, and Wake Up Wenatchee Valley producer Uriah Darby. And that is the sports at 26 minutes after the hour. If you want to celebrate the following holidays, you're more than welcome to do so. You have my permission to celebrate National Peking Duck Day. I don't think there's a restaurant in town that serves Peking duck. It's good, though. National Thesaurus Day. We'll get to that in just a little bit for you fans of synonyms and antonyms. But no, we celebrate Winnie the Pooh Day today. There's National Winnie the Pooh Day today because this is A.A. Milne's birthday. Of course, the story incorporates his son. His son's actual name was Christopher Robin Milne, and he had a bunch of stuffed animals that he used to play with, and he just kind of created. He had all these stuffed animals. He had his son Christopher had a Winnie the Pooh doll. He had Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore, and he built children's stories around his son's stuffed animal collection, including, of course, our lead character, Winnie the Pooh. Now, Winnie the Pooh, from the children's book by A.A. Milne, that went into public domain last year, and people are taking advantage of it. The Winnie the Pooh that we know of with the red T-shirt and stuff, that was a Disney creation. Disney still has a copyright to that, as long as you adhere to the original Winnie the Pooh as he appeared in the children's book in 1926, you're good to go. Winnie the Pooh, by the way, you ready for this? Just the character Winnie the Pooh and the associated franchise of Winnie the Pooh makes Walt Disney $5 billion a year. $5 billion. A lot of money. Happy National Winnie the Pooh Day, 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history, on this date in 1911, history was made. Now, before this date in 1911, planes had taken off from ships, but no plane had ever actually landed on a ship, and Joe Eli said, I'm doing something about that. Jerry Eli lands his ship on the USS, lands his plane on the USS Pennsylvania, docked in San Francisco Bay. The first time ever an airplane lands on a ship. Takes some guts. Not a big runway there, but he pulled it off. Everything was fine. That was on this date 113 years ago. Brought out the people. We're doing Super Bowls, Super Bowl X. The NFL calls it Super Bowl 10. I don't do Roman numerals. This one I remember watching. Pittsburgh defeats Dallas at the Orange Bowl in Miami, 21-17 on the state in 1976, 48 years ago today. This was the first Super Bowl where both teams participating had already won a Super Bowl. That hadn't happened before. The Cowboys became the first wild card team to play in the Super Bowl. This was the first Super Bowl where somebody other than the referee tossed the coin toss. Before Super Bowl 10, all the coin tosses were held a half an hour before kickoff in like the tunnel between the two captains. It wasn't even televised, but no, they put them all out in center field or in the middle of the field with the captains. And the United States Secretary of the Navy, John Warner, did the honors. They actually flipped the coin on national TV. They've been doing that ever since, but this was the first one they did that. This was the last Super Bowl with an afternoon kickoff. Kicked off at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 in the morning. Our time on this date, 1976. This was the shortest Super Bowl ever by time. Why? Penalties. The Steelers had none. Not a single penalty flag was thrown on the Steelers. The Cowboys had 2 penalties for a total of 20 yards. It was a very clean played game. Flew by like that. Halftime of Super Bowl 10. Up with people. There you go. Super Bowl 10 on the state 1976. For the first time, all 50 states celebrated and observed Martin Luther King Sr. Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January 18th, 1993. So it was 31 years ago today. There were some states that were holdouts. the federal government can do federal holidays, but the states are not obligated in any way, shape, manner, or form to adhere to federal holidays. But the states finally got on board. No thank you to Jesse Helms, who did everything he possibly could to keep this holiday from happening. Anyway, MLK Day is celebrated in all 50 states for the first time on this date. In 1991, let's do some birthdays. Mentioned it's Thesaurus Day. Well, there's the guy. Peter Roget came out with the thesaurus. It is still, you know, if you write a lot and you need a synonym or an antonym, or I just can't find the right word I want to express, you can thank this guy, Mr. Roget, Peter Mark Roget, born in the state in 1779. He's not alive anymore. A. Milne, mentioned this, is Winnie the Pooh Day, born in the state in 1882, the guy who wrote Winnie the Pooh. He was also a poet and a playwright, but he'll always be known as Winnie the Pooh, the guy who did it. Congratulations, A. Milne, born in the state in 1882. Another heavenly birthday, one half of the greatest comedy duo of all times, whenever Laurel and Hardy is available to me. A lot of the Laurel and Hardy films, especially the early ones, they're now in the public domain. They're all over YouTube. Oliver Babe Hardy, one half of Laurel and Hardy, born in the state in 1892. It's just funny stuff, good stuff. Just doesn't age. Archibald Leach was born in the state in 1904. There's a new documentary about Cary Grant. You know him as Cary Grant. Nominated for 2 Academy Awards, never won any. He got an honorary Academy Award in 1970, considered one of the great giants in Hollywood. Curt Flood, born in the state in 1938, the man who had the balls to challenge baseball's reserve clause. He lost, went all the way to the Supreme Court, should have won, didn't, but the owners of Major League Baseball saw the writing on the wall and said this whole reserve clause where one player is obligated to play for one team and one team only for life started coming to an end because Curt Flood had the chutzpah to do what he did. He should be, by the way, in the Baseball Hall of Fame. One living birthday, Kevin Costner, 69. I mean, you know, The Untouchables, a great movie there. No Way Out, Bull Durham, fantastic movie. Field of Dreams, Dances with Wolves. Now he's in Yellowstone, of course, as John Dutton. He also made 2 of the worst movies of the last 30 years, Waterworld and The Postman. When you get that big in Hollywood and you get to do vanity movies, that's what's going to happen, but he's still out there. He's still working. He's 69 years old today. Special thanks to Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air, good friends of ours and proud to be platinum sponsors here on the NCW Life Channel. Still to come, an opinion from my Mad Dog McNaughty. We had a chance to talk with Gretchen Littler and Travis Whitman. They are on board Relay for Life. They want committee members. They want to bring Relay to Life back to life, and they want your help. Gretchen and Travis will be joining me in the back half of the program. First things first, though. Sweets the dog needs a home. It's Paws for Pets.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager, and this beautiful girl is Sweets. And as her name suggests, she is the absolute sweetest dog. She's about 5.5 years old, Akita mix, mixed with teddy bear. Yeah, hi. And she's just so beautiful and inside and out. Sweets came to us as a stray a couple weeks ago, and we weren't able to locate her owner, so now she's up for adoption for you guys. Sweets is like a gentle giant teddy bear. She is also smart. She's very good at knowing her sit, and she gives a paw when you ask, and she's just really easy. She's so quiet. She's the total package. Sweets is great with other dogs. She's super polite. She's just a really nice, easygoing girl. As usual, we don't know about cats, but you know what? It's a possibility with her, with this one. She's got a real moderate energy. I really think she'd be just a fabulous family dog. She loves people. She follows you around everywhere, wondering what you're doing. She loves walks. She's just a real sweetheart, and we really want you to meet her. Yeah, we do. Come by anytime between 11 and 6, Thursday through Tuesday, and we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. LocalTel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting localtel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
Your home runs on hot water. From the kitchen, to the bath, to the laundry. So Rheem offers a wide variety of water heaters from traditional models to ones smart enough to tell you how much hot water is available. On second thought, perhaps the laundry can wait.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, listening to a recent school board candidate, guy who was running for school board, I found it interesting that when asked by Jefferson Robbins what he first wanted to do if elected to the Wenatchee School Board, he said he wanted to institute a dress code. His reasoning was because if the girls dress provocatively, they will distract the boys and therefore interfere with their learning. Well, shades of the Taliban, doggone it. First of all, we males are responsible for our thoughts and our behaviors, and the concept of blaming women for our shortcomings in the sexual area or otherwise by saying, well, she tempted me, is total BS. When will we men stop blaming women for our behavior and holding them at fault because we choose not to control ourselves? Gosh, man, I thank God that that person lost. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Experience the magic of Washington's Winter Wonderland, where flames and frost unite. Join us for intricate ice sculptures, 2 spectacular fireworks shows, drinks at the infamous Ice Bar, live music, a snow slide, polar bear plunge, beach bonfire, and so much more. Did we mention a wine walk and bubble brunch? We've got it all. Purchase your tickets today at LakeChelanWinterfest.com.
In today's environment, risk management assessment is a crucial process for your business. Risk assessment will identify, evaluate, and mitigate hazards. Don't let risk impact your business income, reputation, operations, and your overall success. We can give you peace of mind by transferring your business risks to the insurance providers. Call Stacy at August Edge Insurance today to schedule a risk management assessment for your business.
Welcome back to the program. Whatever your plans are on Sunday the 21st, cancel them right now, because you're going to want to be at the Pybus Public Market to start the Relay for Life process. You're going to go Relay for Life. That's the cancer fundraising. They walk around the track. They light the candles in the bags. They do all kinds of... Isn't that like in June? Well, it is in June, but you got to start sometime, and the organization is going to get together and want you to participate in it to the Pybus Public Market this Sunday. To my immediate left is Gretchen Littler, no stranger to the program.
Hello.
And you brought a friend with you. Introduce Travis to our
I brought Travis
family.
Whitman with me, and he is on their committee for the Relay for Life team.
Unfortunately, he's on the committee for a reason that, well, I'll let you go as deep into your story as you want to go, my friend. I'll just he lost his wife to cancer at 38.
Yeah, at 38.
Do you mind going into that a little bit? Bud?
Yeah, so Casey got diagnosed in 2018 with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Cancer was everywhere. They gave her 3 months to live, and she made it about 4.5 years because she's a fighter, and she was really big into Relay for Life. So that's kind of why I jumped on the bandwagon here.
Yeah.
She was a fighter, and did the medical community say, look, this isn't good, but we're going to do what we can. We're going to go after this thing big time?
Yeah, so like at the beginning, there was no like the doctors say she's a miracle that she lasted as long as she did. It was amazing to see, because she was just like, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. So
you had her for 4 years longer than you thought you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Gretchen, your story I think is fairly well known for the uninitiated. You have it.
Yep, I battled breast cancer and I had a lumpectomy in May of 22, and I also, mine is the genetics, so there were 3 other body parts that are considered watchable to prevent, and so I did preventative care surgery, actually December 29th, and then I have they're watching my pancreas as well. That's the pancreatic cancer is another part of it, so that one's a big one, and I'm being proactive and having the scans done. I actually have 2 scans coming up in February, so what I've learned from the journey, or whatever you want to call it, is that even though you're in remission, it's still always in your mind or there. So I'm excited to be a part of Relay for Life this year and raise money for the American Cancer Society and help. The money goes back to cancer patients, but also to help find different treatments and to help people either live longer or beat the incurable cancers. So I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Well, you look great.
Thank you.
You look a lot better than your husband. A lot of people do. Relay for Life has been around for a long time. It has had some momentum issues, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, Linda Marsh is on our committee, and I think she's ran it from the sounds of it the last 8 or 9 years, and it's definitely not a one-person show to run. I give her a lot of credit for, sticking with it. She's also a cancer survivor, and we're a team right now. What do we have? Six of us, and we're looking for more committee members. Definitely, we'd really like to have about 10 people on the committee. We meet once a month, and just have more hands.
You're going to divvy up the responsibilities. My guess is with your expertise and your background, you'll be doing the marketing.
Yeah, so I'm
appearing on shows like this and other stuff like that. Then other people who have different organizational skills.
Correct.
Basically, the one skill set is you just have to give a damn. That's about it.
Yeah, yep. You have to have your why, and everyone on our committee has either had a spouse or personally battled cancer themselves. And we're just looking for new members, and then we're actually looking for teams, and that's what that the 21st is at Pybus, is to get your team signed up. Anyone can sign up. If you can't make it to Pybus, there's ways to sign up online, and we'll have that. We have a Facebook page. We'll have all the information on there. But we'd love more people. That's really what it is, and more teams. Our goal is to raise $100,000 this year for the American Cancer Society or more. We're looking for sponsors. We need a naming rights sponsor. You know, that's the first one we want to find, and that one's the $5,000 sponsorship to get the naming rights. And I think we're going to do well. We've got a lot of good people that are motivated. So
I know oncologists, and they don't lie to me. They're making progress. They're starting to. It's 100%. Like, geez, we're never going to figure out a cure for cancer, and that's crap. I'm sorry, I'm going to say crap on television. These are folks out there busting their butts, and they say they're. I mean, your wife's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, you got 3 months, and she made it 4.5 years. That's 4.5 years you didn't have, and that's because of what they've done medical advance-wise in the world of cancer. Same deal with you, Gretchen. I mean, correct. I mean, you were diagnosed. They said, let's go get it. And of course, you have the kind of constitution to say, I'm not going to go anywhere. I got a life to live.
I got a lot to do.
For crying out loud. So you're not just pissing money down the drain, folks. We're getting there.
Right.
We're getting there. People need to be stressed about that. So you're going to be at the Pybus, hanging around. You got a table?
We have a table from 12:30 to 2:30. Come on down, sign up yourself, and then you can go out and get a team. And that's kind of how I started with it. As I signed up myself, then I asked everyone in the Wild office, and people in there signed up and joined me. It was kind of fun, and my daughter signed up. It was just nice having people around to support me. And then we each were raising money. Our goal was to each raise like $100 each, and we surpassed that and did really well. I think our team last year raised a little over $5,000, so just looking forward to it.
Did you approach Travis to be a part of the team? Or
I did. Yes.
How hard a sell was that?
Not hard at all. And then I have my good friend Shelly Fetzer, and her daughter Maddie is on our team, and we have Teresa Davis, not on my team, but on our committee, and then Teresa Davis and Linda Marsh are the committee members right now.
They want 10, 20 is good, 30 is even better. It helps spread the love around and make sure nothing falls between the cracks. You mentioned your cancer is hereditary. Mm-hmm. What's the conversation like with your daughter in this regard? She knows.
It's actually hereditary for male and female. So.
So you've talked to Cade, obviously. I mean, how do you deal with the family knowing, hey, this is what I got?
Yeah, the kids can't be tested until they're 18. So right. Cade will need to do a blood test. We haven't done that yet. Mm-hmm. I received it from my dad, obviously, and he was a carrier. And so in my close family, my sister, my brother, and my mom all got tested. We had my mom tested. My dad's since passed away. So we had my mom tested to rule her out as the carrier, to know which family line to go down. And then my brother and my sister both were tested. My brother is not a carrier, and my sister is. So now her children are getting tested. So it's just one of those things. So Cade will get tested, and just to find out if he's a carrier, because there's some genetic, if for some reason when he gets married and his wife will need to get tested, if she's a carrier and he's a carrier, there's some huge chances of childhood cancer for their babies. So it's something that will go on forever, and it's a very rare gene, which I found out everything they told me. They're like, oh, you have a very small chance of having it. I was like, I gave up on thinking, oh, okay, because every time that was said to me, I felt like I went down that path. So there's not a lot of research out there on it. The last surgery I had, I was at UW Med Center, which was nice. They were very proactive because of that gene, because there's not a lot out there, and they realize that they can't use a lot of data. They have to go off of what they do know in the small amount of data they have.
There are probably some people who say, I'd love to come down to the Pybus on Sunday and meet with Gretchen and meet with Travis and be part of Relay for Life, but they can't do it. What help them out?
They can give me a call at the Wild office. I can help get them signed up. 509-888-PUCK or 7825. They could also, email me. If you know any of us on the committee, reach out, or go to our Facebook page, go to the Chelan Douglas County Relay for Life page, and you can sign up there. So there's lots of options without even reaching out to me to just go in and sign up.
Let's talk hockey real quick. This whole WHL thing, pretty cool.
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean it's next level hockey. It's amazing. When I brought my daughter down to the tryout or to the training camp, she was like, "We need a bigger rink. They're too fast."
That's the first thing I did. I missed the first game. I went to the second regular season home game, and we were 3 minutes into the first period. I said, "This ain't the British Columbia Hockey League. These guys are fast and they're big and they're strong." And I was like, "This is a whole nother level."
Yeah, if you haven't gone to a game yet, you're missing out.
Yeah. And we're good. That's really cool, too. Gretchen and Travis, thanks for joining us. One quick story, and it's one of my favorites. A couple of years ago, I had Bliss on the show. I think it was right after he signed the contract extension with the Whites to stay around. And in your life and in following around in the hockey world that you've lived in, it's a very transient deal. You're going from town to town and franchise to franchise. And I said, 10 years, buddy. Bliss, he said, "I like it here a lot. Gretchen loves it here."
I do.
So.
It's nice to be back in the mountains. Nothing wrong with the Midwest, but there's not a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
And just, it's amazing. The people have been great. It was a great place to raise our kids, for sure.
And the Wild has reinvested themselves back in to the community. On that note, one more last thing. Hockey Fights Cancer. Let's get a quick plug for that. February 16th?
February 16th, yep.
Talk about that real quick.
We're doing the LED bracelets, so you'll get to be a part of the action that night. They'll sync with the music, along with raising money for Ease Cancer Foundation. And the Ease Cancer Foundation is a survivorship program for survivors and their caretakers. It's a volunteer association put on by Katie Kemble, and we're just looking forward to raising money again. The jerseys are amazing this year. I'm super excited to reveal those. We're going to recognize some survivors at the beginning of the game, and just the concourse will be filled with a bunch of different booths for families.
There are two games that traditionally sell out. One is Guns and Hoses, which is this Saturday against Spokane. I just love it because I like to watch the fire department take on the police department in hockey. That's entertaining.
Yeah, that's
and on the 16th of February, we used to be Pink in the Rink, now it's Hockey Fights Cancer. Either way, get your tickets. Don't dilly-dally around. And go see Gretchen and go see Travis this Sunday at the Pybus Public Market. Come back again, please, soon.
We will.
All right.
We'll be back.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks for agreeing to do this show. As soon as the camera turns off, he's going to turn to Gretchen and say, "What the hell did you make me do?" You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota compact and utility tractors. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience, they're built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota tractors for 0 down, 2.99% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying snow attachments. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Okay, time to wrap up a Thursday edition Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. A few things on the agenda before we cut you loose. Number one, if you signed up yesterday for Winning Wednesday, that $50 gift card from that crepe restaurant downtown in Victorian Village. We talked about this, the Crepe House. Good food. A lot of people signed up for it, and I mean a lot of people signed up for it. They want them $50 worth of crepes, and quite frankly, I don't blame them. So here it is, all the entries, a lot of them. I'm going to close my eyes. This is all on the up and up. Mixed them all up here. All right, here we go. Going to pull out a winner. And the winner is Comgler Inspler L. Snurker. It's not, oh, upside down again. Richard! Richard, I'll be getting a hold of you, buddy. Congratulations, you got yourself a $50 gift card from our friends at the Crepe House. Might do it again next Wednesday. I don't know, the Crepe House, that's in the Victorian Village. They have the drive-through window, because at the last building there at the end, you can call them up and order your crepes in advance and then go through the drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car into the cold weather. And by the way, the cold weather ain't going to be colder much longer. We have some time. Cameras around the valley one more time now that the sun is up. Again, we have 2 minutes more of daylight today than we had yesterday. And by this time tomorrow, we'll be over the 9-hour mark for daylight. So we're getting there, folks. The Wenatchee Heights camera chimes in. Everybody covered in snow, and we got more snow coming. We have a winter weather advisory. Kicks in at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Anywhere from 2 inches to maybe even up to 5 or even 6 inches. We'll have to wait and see, but we're going to get at least a couple of inches of snow late this afternoon and then overnight tonight, in addition to what we already got yesterday. What's up next here? Let's see. Well, up to Lake Wenatchee we go. There's the Kaler Glen Golf Course. Do not drive up to Kaler Glen to play some golf today. I cannot stress this enough, people. It is closed, at least to golfing. Maybe to cross-country skiing, but not to golfing. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee and Dirty Face Mountain off into the distance. And camera number 3, what does Uriah have? Back up to Hay Canyon we go. Good morning to Cashmere. Traffic is flowing smoothly. Now we had, most of the major arterials were down to just bare conditions. You could get down to the asphalt. But then, of course, we had the snow come down, and it came down at a bad time when there was a lot of traffic. It compacted it. Well, I can't speak for East Wenatchee or Douglas County Public Works. I can only tell you about Wenatchee Public Works. The plows were definitely out yesterday doing their job, and they're going to be out again tonight with the snow in the forecast. And finally, let's pay a visit to Lake Chelan from our Lower Butte camera. Got 2 cameras on the Lake Chelan area on the Butte. One's the Lower Butte camera. That's the one that you see there. The other one is at the very tip top of Chelan Butte, about 4,000 feet above sea level, looking out towards Manson and Wapato Point on the south shore of Lake Chelan on this Thursday. We are in for more snow. We have a winter weather advisory coming our way. We're going to get some snow, folks. It's going to average out to about 3 to 4 inches. We could get as little as 2 inches with this next snow event. We could get as much as 6 or even 7 inches on the other end of the scale, but you play it right down the middle, anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of snow. Again, that winter weather advisory is in effect from 2 o'clock this afternoon until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Most of the snow will be coming in overnight tonight into early Friday morning. By noon on Friday, we should be done with the next snow event, which is right on our doorstep. We're at the cold Arctic air, which is already beginning to exit the area, and a warm front advancing across our area over the weekend. And that means freezing rain, warm air, warm moist air up above at 5, 6, 7,000 feet, falls down as rain, passes through the cold air closer to the surface. It freezes and hits the ground as freezing rain or sleet. Cannot be ruled out in our viewing area, and that would not be what we want to see. Best chance for us here for some freezing rain is probably early Saturday morning. We shall see. From the National Weather Service, snow. Most of it in the late afternoon, early evening hours. It'll start coming down about 4. It could be heavy snow at times. Again, a couple of inches possible later on today with a high of about 23, and then another 2 or 3 inches possible while you're sleeping tonight. 21 for the overnight low. Bump it up to 27 with a little bit of light snow Friday morning. Then we dry out Friday night. 26 for the overnight low. Lots of clouds. Slight chance of some snow on Saturday. The snow level is going to go up to 2,500 feet on Saturday, to 2,700 feet on Saturday night, to 3,000 feet on Sunday, and above 3,000 feet by Monday. And that's it for us. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Jesse LeBeau, Rob Pinkston, Mayada Walsh, and Garrett Clayton are going to discover what makes a great party. We'll kick up our heels at the Renaissance Fair in Los Angeles.
Bye-bye.
Then dress up to get down in southern Germany.
I feel so Bavarian. I mean, all I need is a pretzel. Oh!
After that, it's ancient Arabian fortress party in Dubai.
This is our table right here, so we have an awesome view of the show.
Before we put on our mask for the most exclusive masquerade ball at Carnival in Venice.
This has to be the most extreme, exclusive, and over-the-top ball I've ever seen.
It's a glimpse of some international festivals that you don't want to miss. So get ready to dress the part.
Okay, wait.
Let's switch. Yeah, okay. No, that's more my color.